We all have the potential to be the lead in our own story. But it takes confidence and vision to fully embrace that role. In this next talk, Ms. Vidya will discuss how we can embody main character energy, chasing big dreams with no apologies. Let me introduce you to our next speaker, Ms. Vidya Sivalenka. Give a huge round of applause, everyone. Thank you. Ms. Vidya, a media personality, entrepreneur, a music enthusiast with experience as an RJ at Red FM and producer of films like Yashoda and Sammohanam. Vidya has explored multi-facets of media industry, including acting. Formerly the band manager of Capriccio, she now serves as managing partner at band Meraki and curates Mic List with Meraki, a platform connecting music lovers across cities. Prepare to be inspired by a diverse journey in media and music. Put your hands together for our next speaker, Ms. Vidya Sivalenka.
That introduction, that career profile you heard, it would have been written off as silly, or it would have been written off as she's so confused in life if I had failed. Because I succeeded, I'm this cool person with a diverse array of talents and all the fancy words that are being used. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you have a dream, no matter what people think, irrespective of what the result is eventually going to be, you have to work towards that dream. One thing that was missed out because I didn't tell them is that a very major part of my personality is being a film buff. I love movies. I am in a theatre every Friday cheering on for my favorite hero at 4 a.m. That is why my title of this topic is Main Character Energy. Big dreams, no apologies. When I say dreams, I'm not talking about I want to pass an exam, etc., which are also good. And dreams can be very perspective, no? Like a big dream for me could be a very small dream for somebody sitting in Mumbai. And a very, very small dream for me could be a very big dream for somebody else. So it's a perspective. But today I'm talking about the kind of dreams that we see in our films where our heroes achieve in like maybe one song duration. Like starting of the song he's poor, ending of the song massive millionaire, right? So that sort of dreams which we laugh at, we're like, oh, that's never going to happen. What if these dreams were actually not unattainable? What if not in a song's duration, not in a movie's duration, but what if in the duration of our life we are actually able to attain these delusional dreams or massive dreams that we have? I am here today to just convince you all, especially the students, that it is not wrong to dream big. You don't have to be sorry for it. If people laugh at you, it's their problem. These Gen Z kids, for the ones who are not, they have the saying, I saw it on Instagram, it says, Delulu is the Solulu. And you know, they have a point. Maybe delusion, like being delusional is a solution. And for the Gen Z kids, no, I don't mean this just in your situationships. I mean this in your careers. I mean this in your ambitions. When I say this, what I mean is when you have a dream, it's not just telling yourself that, oh, this is not going to work. Oh, people around us have never done it. Nobody in our family has done it. We all pause ourselves, right? Like take a pause and think, what is the biggest dream you have had and you stop yourself because you felt, I don't think this is possible for me. Well, none of my people did it. None of the peers around me did it. Right? What I'm again here to tell you is that it is possible. Because I also thought this way. I was like, no, I mean, everything is comfortable, everything is great, so why would I dream bigger? Here's where my story comes up of this idea I have had, which is Michaelis with Meraki. In 2019, I was a band manager. I was like a freelancer. I built band Capriccio for 1 year, and then I moved on and I started managing band Meraki. And honestly, as a freelancer, I was doing so well that my peers who were in corporates made lesser money than me. So I was extremely comfortable, But somewhere in me, I still had that, I want to do more in music. I want to do something new for Hyderabad, and I really want to do something very interesting. This is when I was scrolling Facebook like every morning, and for the kids who don't know Facebook, it is an app just less cooler than Instagram. Not less cooler actually. I know there are people here who are still on Facebook, and if you're 50 below, and if you're still on Facebook, like Mahesh Babu says in Agadu, Dekhavandra. So, coming back to my story, I was scrolling Facebook, and I saw this video where 60 to 70 people were sitting on a terrace and singing together. I was so surprised. I'm like, they're just having so much fun. So I found out and I figured that this was happening in Chennai, and this group was called Mottamadi Music, and they were singing Tamil songs. So I thought, hey, this is so cool. Even I want to like sing all my favorite songs with people, with strangers, with my friends. So I started looking out for things that is in Hyderabad. It was not there. I realized if I'm not going to find something like this, I'm going to start something like this. And that's when I went to Chennai. I met Badri, who runs Mottamadi Music. I told him that, listen, you're doing the Tamil version, can I like do this in Hyderabad as well with the Telugu version? And one thing about musicians, if there are musicians in the crowd, one thing about musicians is they're very nice people, man. He's like, of course, it's music, it's all, all of us are celebrating music, just go for it. So I came back to Hyderabad, and my band's lead singer, Ganesh, we discussed the idea in a cafe. And in the same cafe where we discussed the idea and actually coined the term Michaelis is where our first session happened on the 2nd of May 2019 with 40 people. This was our first Michaelis in 2019. The kind of apprehensions we had were basically when you go to a concert, like everybody is singing and performing on stage and you're sitting and listening. Like imagine if I come here and say you talk. It'll be weird, right? That's what. So when we started this, we were wondering, will people understand the idea? And will people actually come and sing, or are they going to sit and expect us to sing? But the 40 people who came down, they loved it. It was so good that we slowly grew from 40 to the next one, which was 120, just the next month of it happened. And then we grew further to 400 people in August 2019. People were braving rains, people were braving traffic. They were traveling to the other end of the city when we had a Secunderabad edition. But all we got was love for this concept that we started in Hyderabad. Unfortunately, COVID happened. Yes, all our lives stopped, Michaelis stopped. People are not sitting with each other. How can we expect them to sit and sing together? So this idea that we had put all our hearts into kind of took a pause. So restarting it took quite a while now. We even really tried. We were out of resources. We did not know where to begin with. We didn't know if people remembered the idea to even start with. We tried. We really tried. And in 2023 again, we started to revive it. And we had around 3 shows in 2023. And in 2024, 2,300 people. Shilpakala Vedika sold out show. And the best part is we are not containing this to just Hyderabad. We have also expanded. We recently visited Vizag with this concept. We sang along with 600 people. And we really intend to take it as far and wide as we can. The opportunity that a platform like this has is not just music lovers coming together, but a lot of brands, a lot of people who want to reach out to the youth as well are using our platform. Like we had tied up with a hospital who just wanted to talk about how youngsters should not be getting into drugs and alcohol. So in between the session, we had a doctor come in and tell us how maybe you should party soberly like this instead of heading out to the actual parties and drinking alcohol. So we call ourselves the sober party also because it definitely is a party. 2,300 people singing together, guys. So, as a person, I always had dreams that people never understood. I was doing my BCom and I was somebody who always listened to the radio. Growing up, school, in the nights, again, radio was a thing for people, for the kids who are on social media. I was hell-bent on being an RJ. The idea of you can just speak and make money was great for me. But no, RJ is not just that. It's a lot more. I didn't know that, so I was like, I want to be an RJ. For my parents, I did attend campus placements. I got placed in one of the big fours. But I didn't take up the job because I was very clear. All I wanted to do right then was to be an RJ. So I chalked out a plan. I made the right contacts. I did an internship, built my path. It took 5 years, but then I became an RJ with them. And what I learned is that for someone who even had bizarre dreams like me, like being an RJ, you still are affected by society's conditioning. Because when my class began, and we did this one with 600 and then we did a 600 people show. My best friend, who was the lead singer of Band Miraki, Ganesh, he told me that we are going to have a sold out show in Shilpakala Vedika. And I loved it. I said, Shilpakala Vedika has 2,000 capacity. First, how are we going to fill it? How are we going to fill half of it? And how are we going to sell this out? I loved it, even though I was somebody who has had bizarre dreams and actually achieved them. So imagine the people who have not had bizarre dreams and who have not achieved these dreams because they never tried, because somebody else laughed at them. It's a circle, it's a very vicious circle. And unfortunately, this conditioning is all around us that we ourselves try to have this voice that tells us it's not going to happen, One of the other theories I really want to talk about today, which will help in your bizarre dreaming and delusional dreaming that I want you to do, is the 6 degrees of separation. Any person in the world is said to be 6 people away. And with social media, it is possible, right? It is a theory and I feel that it is very valid because we've seen older days itself where social media was not there, how our parents would figure out our neighbor, cousins, uncle, sister to be a doctor somewhere that we would have gotten admitted or something, and we would have that privilege. So the 6 degrees of separation I had used in one of the projects that I did. I was a line producer for a film that was starring a massive female star. And you know how we have this thing of stars releasing trailers, right? So I told myself, hey, I want a big female star to release the trailer of this film. So I wanted to reach out to Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman, right? A girl sitting in Hyderabad who's not lived anywhere else, almost few years in Chennai, that's it. Entire South Indian, a girl as Telugu as I can get, can't even speak Hindi. I am sitting here and thinking, I want to reach to Gal Gadot and I want her to release the trailer of our film. Spoiler alert, she didn't release the trailer, but I have Gal Gadot's manager's contact now. Because I actually reached out and I asked, and they don't do stuff like this because they're not, they don't know this culture. But just the fact that I thought of this, and now I have access to somebody so far away and so huge, just in case I want to discuss something else, is only because I thought it was not bizarre. I didn't think it was too much of a dream, or oh, they're too far away. And here also the 6th degree of separation did come into play. It was a journalist friend who knew another journalist friend, who knew somebody in New York, and it was exactly 4 people. And I got the contact. So please do apply the 6th degree of separation if you want to reach out to somebody. It could work, you never know. Now I'm going to talk about why it's very important for you to dream big. Yeah? It's because it's not just for you. It's not selfish that you achieve your dream and you're happy. When you dream big, you inspire a lot of other people, right? You show the society that this is something that is possible. When you live your dream, people around you and the society are going to reap benefits of it as well, and going to take inspiration that, hey, should we just do this for somebody else? You know, and the worst part of your dream coming true, like the least of the ladder, is that you will inspire somebody. That's literally the first outcome of it. And if somebody is inspired by your dream, you have 2 achievements now. 1, you lived your dream. 2, you inspired somebody else also. Win-win. But there's only one side effect of having big dreams, which is failure. And this failure scares us so much. Fear of failure is so high that we give up before even we try. I'm not asking you to risk your life. I am not asking you to go skydiving without a parachute. Get your parachute in place. It could be anything. For me, my parachute is my wonderful husband and my amazing mom. Your parachute could be anything. But get your parachute ready. Even if it's a basic one, even if it is something you can barely scrap by, get your parachute ready. It could be a person, it could be a backup career, it could be a finances. Get your parachute ready and go and do that skydiving. Don't think, oh, skydiving is not for you. It is for you. It is for you if you think you want to do it. But ensure you have a parachute. Concluding, what I really want to tell you, and to make you believe, is that you have to be the main character of your life. You cannot be a side character of your life. When you're sitting on the toilet and scrolling Instagram, I know these quotes come up in your reels. This is not just a quote. This is something you have to live by and tell yourself. You can't be the side character of your life. You choosing to be the hero of your life is going to inspire a lot more people to be the hero of theirs. Yes? You owe it to yourself. Thank you.